Good morning, and God, I look like this could be what do they call those photos when you go to jail? Mugshot. I need to get ready. Obviously, well, I've got dressed. I'm no longer in my pajamas, which is good, but I need to take care of this situation. It's half 1 p.m. So it's much later to the day than I would like to start this video, but we are gonna start today. I'm childless. My child is at grandparents again, but he's likely coming home tonight, so I have a couple of hours to do stuff before I go get him, and then the rest of the week, the rest of the week is gonna be more difficult. Before I forget, here's my prompt update. It always looks a bit smaller when I'm wearing leggings instead of a dress. Anyway, we have quite a few things to get done. Some are leftovers from the weekend because on Saturday that's when I do my big house reset, but nowadays I never get to the entire list, so I still have a couple of things left from that list and another few things that I want to get done. So I'm gonna start by writing down the list while I'm still here because I have my notebook here, and then we're gonna make our way back to the bedroom and sort this situation out because I definitely do not want to look like this the whole day. I need to walk the dogs, but the weather is miserable. It's been raining on and off, and I don't want to walk in the rain. So for now they're chilling on the sofa, so I'm gonna let them keep chilling, and hopefully it's gonna stop raining at some point. I'll take them outside. Let's write the list. I'm gonna start by writing the things that I didn't get to do on the weekend. So like clean the bathrooms. Oh, and this is actually been done. You know what? I think that for now, this is it. While I'm here, I'm gonna load the dishwasher just so I can cross something out of the list immediately. And there's not that many things in the sink anyway. I get to cross something straight away. So satisfying. Actually, while I'm here, might as well take the towel out of the dryer and fold them. Hey, how are you today? I can't believe it's 35 weeks already. Thank you so much for coming and watching another video. Nest with me, baby, watch. Let me know what are your predictions. When is baby coming? In case you're not too familiar with pregnancies, a normal pregnancy is considered 40 weeks. Well, normal, that's how they calculate the due date, 40 weeks. So let me know, what do you think? How many weeks, how many days do you think this baby is gonna come? Is it gonna come early? Is it gonna come late? I think in general the consensus is that doctors are usually happy to let you wait all the way until 42 weeks if there's no complications. From 37 onwards is considered full term. For reference, my previous baby, my first baby, he was born at 39 weeks and 1 day. So let me know, what are your predictions? When is this baby gonna come? Okay, so over here I have all my hospital bag stuff laid out, except these few things that I'm gonna add last minute, like my glasses, the phone charger, things that I cannot add now realistically. And I also have another page for things that I'm still waiting on. So it's either things that I've asked someone to bring me, like the maternity pads and things. I've asked my sister to bring me some from the UK, and snacks. I need to go buy them. And I thought I had little bottles of shampoo and shower gel, but I must have left them at my in-laws because I cannot find them. So I'm gonna buy some more little bottles of that as well. And the portable charger is here as well, just because it's charging currently, so it's gonna take a few hours, but then I'm just gonna throw it in straight away, so then I can cross it off. So basically these are things that I can cross off over the next few days, hopefully. And these are things that I'm gonna have to add just before we leave. And then everything else in here is laid in categories. It's separated between things for myself and things for baby. When it was for TJ, I took 2 separate bags. I'll leave it linked here, the video where I did what's in my hospital bag. I took 2 separate bags, but it was not that practical because then, especially when you move to the ward, you don't have a lot of space because it's a shared room with those curtains around. I'm assuming in here it's going to be the same thing. Obviously I've never given birth in this country, so it's still new again. But I'm assuming it's going to be something similar. So we found that there was not a lot of space in the ward, and we had the things separated between 2 bags, and it was a bit messy. So this time I'm gonna try and put everything in the same bag. Let's see if it all fits. I think so, because it's literally just this and a couple other items, but they're not big. So, but one thing that I did do with TJ, and it was really helpful, was that I had everything separated in like Ziploc bags. And obviously you can use normal Ziploc bags. Back then I bought these reusable ones, they come in different sizes, and I had all the things separated in here with labels on them. So I'm gonna do that again, because I thought it was very helpful. Instead of having to dig through the bag, if you need a vest, you just pick up the bag that says vests. So I'm gonna do that. I have my labels here as well, so I can write the tags and put them on the bag. Some things I'm taking more than I did last time, because in the UK you don't really stay in the hospital for long. With TJ we were there for 16 hours, so I thought that I didn't use a lot of things. Like I barely used any clothes, and nappies I used like 2 or 3. But in here I think you stay in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days, so like I'm taking a whole pack of nappies. With TJ I did as well, but I took a small pack. In here I'm taking a big pack just in case. I feel like I'm also taking more clothes this time around, like more of each. Although for TJ I did take some newborn sizes and then some 0 to 3 month sizes, because I didn't really know what was the difference. I thought they were all small, but then he ended up coming home in this huge pajama onesie that there was nothing special about it, and he was huge on him, and we didn't really know what we were doing. So this time I'm taking no 0 to 3 months clothes. Everything is newborn size. If I find that for some reason she's very big and she's not fitting the clothes, in here the dad cannot stay overnight in the hospital, so Josh is gonna be coming home anyway. So if I find that we're struggling with not having the correct type of clothes or not having enough for some reason, he can always bring me more the following day when he goes to visit again. So that's my brief explanation. I'm gonna walk you through what I have in here, and you'll see the differences between some things that I took for TJ I'm not taking this time around, and other things I remember they were quite useful in the first few days, so I'm taking them this time. So for starters, this is the bag that I'm gonna take. It's just a regular suitcase. It's medium size, so it's a check-in luggage, but not the huge one. It's big, but it's not massive. So hopefully everything will fit inside. So starting over here, these are things for myself. So I have a dirty clothes bag, which I will probably be putting her dirty clothes here, and I'll just separate it when I get home as well. And I have 3 normal big size plastic bags, just in case anything gets either wet or dirty and I don't want to just throw it in there because that's nasty. So I have 3 of those. And then I have 2 pairs of socks. I don't really intend on be wearing socks because of the time of the year it's going to be, and I don't like socks in general, so I have my flip-flops here, and that's probably what I'm going to be wearing, but I'll pack 2 pairs of socks just in case. Then I have nightgowns. I have 2 nightgowns, and I have 1 t-shirt and loose pants set, just so I can see what's more comfortable. I have my very big granny size panties. I only have 5 of them. Those are the same that I used for TJ. They're already washed and freshly to go, and these are the big packs that I like. I only have 2 left, and like I said, my sister's gonna bring 2 more packs, but I only have 2 at the moment, so I'm gonna pack those. I'm also taking breast pads. Last time in the hospital I didn't really use them because you don't need them in the first few days, but because now I'm gonna be there for longer, I might need them. So I'm also taking my silver discs, and there will be nipple cream coming as well. And I have my bras. So I have 2 of like acrylic bras with padding and things, and I have 2 of the ones that I found that were more comfortable once the milk came in. Then I have this portable fan, again for the time of the year that it is. I think this is going to be very handy. It has legs, you can attach it to something. This is usually, we use it in the car. We used it in the car last summer for TJ, so it's probably going to go there at some point, so I've added it as well to my last minute packing items. And then I'm taking a pillow. I did that with TJ and I found it very comfortable. I know that obviously the hospital has pillows, but at least in the UK they were super thin, and I'm someone who likes a good, comfortable, soft pillow. So I had one back then and I was so happy that I did. So I'm taking one again, and you know, it's the little things. And then lastly for myself, I have my toiletries. I'm gonna put them in this bag, but I left them lay down here just so I can show you. So let's have a look. I have toothbrush and toothpaste. I have dry shampoo. Hopefully I'll be able to wash my hair just before everything happens, so the hair will last longer, but if it doesn't, I have dry shampoo here. I have some elastics and a clip. This is one of those bands that I haven't used in years, but you know, it might be useful. Hairbrush, hand cream, spare contact lenses, nail file just in case something happens, lip balm, contact solution, deodorant, and makeup remover wipes. And I'm also gonna add a little bottle of shampoo and shower gel for toiletries, and obviously I will add my glasses last minute and things like that. And I might or may not add my makeup. My makeup is inside a bag anyway, so it's always ready to go. It's literally just close the little bag and I could throw it in. It's on my list of things to grab last minute, but when it was with TJ, I ended up not grabbing it just because I didn't feel like it. So let's see what happens this time. But either way, I'm gonna pack a pack of makeup remover wipes just in case I do pack the makeup, and then I have something to remove it at the end of the day. Or if I happen to be wearing makeup that day, it's also good to be able to clean my face at the end of the day. And then in here is the baby section. So inside this folder I have my birth plan. In the UK it was part of my pregnancy notes, but in here it's not, and I was told to make my own, so I have a few copies. So I have a few copies of it here inside, and I'm gonna put it in those see-through plastic folders just so I can hand it out like that. I have one bigger one because I have it in like symbols, as you can see. So I have one bigger one and then two on the same page, so it's easier to see. I have two blankets. I'm gonna try and buy a new blanket for her because these were both TJ's. They're fresh and clean and all the things. But if I'm able to get a blanket that is just for her, then I will, and I'll swap one of those. But this one is very thin, and this one is warmer because, again, the time of the year, I think it's going to be very hot, but it might not be, so who knows. Then for her toiletries, I'm going to put them inside this bag, but they're still laying down here. So I'm taking some cotton wool discs. The pacifiers, they're brand new and they're not washed or sterilized yet, but no point in doing them that, because then hopefully it's still a few weeks away, so we would break the sterilization anyway. So I'll either do it close to the time, or I'll ask them to sterilize them at the hospital or something. I have a roll of little plastic bags. These are actually dog poo bags, but it's always what I use if I have any nasty nappies, or like the baby clothes are very small, so if they get dirty I can also put them in one of those bags. It's always good to have. I have some bum cream. We didn't need it for TJ for a while, but you know, just in case we need it. And this is some cleansing water. There is no rinse, so because I don't intend on giving her a bath until the umbilical cord falls out. With TJ I didn't really need to because he wasn't that dirty with that, what's the name of that white stuff that babies are covered in. He didn't have that much, so when they wiped him with the towel it was enough to get rid of most of it. But with her it might be different, so I'm taking this no rinse cleansing water so I can wipe her face or hands or feet if it's needed. Then here is the coming home outfit. So I have one that is fresher, like more summery, and this one is long sleeve and trousers, because again, don't know what kind of weather is going to be. And I have one swaddle. There was TJ's as well, but he never really used them. TJ didn't like being swaddled. Obviously all babies are different, this one might like it, but with him I took a bunch of swaddles to the hospital. But then I found that we didn't really use them in the hospital. It was just more practical to have the blanket tucked in around him. I don't know how I'm gonna feel this time around, so I'm taking one, just one. If for some reason I end up using it and it gets dirty or something, I'll ask Josh to bring the other ones. Then in here I have just 3 pairs of socks. Again, I think it's gonna be warm, so I don't need them. And some hats. I don't know what's the policy in this country here for hats. In the UK they always put hats on newborns. I don't know if here they do it as well. But this specific 3, this was the first one that TJ wore when he was first born. This was what he had on, and then he was too small on him, so we ended up swapping to this one, which ended up being too big on him, and this one here was the one that actually fit him perfectly. So I thought it was cute to take the same ones and at least get pictures of them in the same hats. I thought they were sweet. Then these are the Ziploc bags I'm going to use for packing, like I told you. I have 1 pack of wipes, so there's 14 here, nappies I mean, size 1, and some wipes. These are long sleeve vests, and I chose the ones that are like crossover. So there is 5 of them. Some of them are new, some of them were TJ's. These are short sleeve vests, and short sleeves, I only had 1 of these crossover ones, which I think they're the most practical, especially while the cord is still in, but I only had 1. So I have 4 here just because I feel like I'm gonna end up using these ones more, even though it's hot, even though it's gonna be warm. I feel like, you know, newborns need help regulating the temperature. And then I have some zip up pajamas. So they're all long sleeves and trousers. These 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5. And this one is one of the summer ones with short sleeves and shorts. It's the only zip up one that I have, so that's what I'm taking. And then I'm taking some muslin cloths that we end up using a lot with TJ later on. We didn't use them exactly when he was born, but as we were growing more comfortable into our roles of parenting and feeding him and all the things, we used to use like 2 or 3 muslin cloths every day. We never used bibs or anything. well, we tried obviously, but we didn't find them practical. We preferred the muslin cloths. So I'm taking some. Don't know if we're gonna need them straight away. And with this, that's all the things that I'm taking to the hospital bags, plus the bits on my list. Let me know if you think I'm missing something. I asked last night on Instagram if in here I should take a bath towel for myself. So obviously I'm not taking it for baby because I don't intend on giving baby a bath, but for myself. In the UK I did. I even bought a black towel on purpose and I took it with me. But then I ended up not using it and I just used the hospital ones, even though they were like hand towel size and it was terrible. But either way, I just used theirs. And so I don't know how it works here. I asked on Instagram for people who have been through this experience here what they think. Most people told me no, I don't need to pack it. Some people told me yes, you need to pack it. Others told me it depends on the hospital. So I guess it depends on the hospital. So I'm gonna try and ask on my next appointment what my doctor thinks. Although I don't yet know which hospital she's gonna be born because of the way it works here. It's not always the same hospital that is open. It's a mess. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to give me an answer, but I don't wanna pack a towel because they're big and heavy, and then like where would you put it to dry? So I'm hoping, like in my head it makes sense that the hospital has towels, right? Because if they have bed sheets and all the things, so surely they have towels. If for some reason I end up in a hospital that has no towels, I'll just have to ask someone to drive by and bring me a towel. But for the moment, my decision is to not pack one. So now I'm gonna throw all of this in the suitcase, well, in the Ziploc bags, label them first, and then throw everything in the suitcase, and I'll give you a nice time lapse to watch. Earlier I asked you which time frame in the pregnancy do you think baby girl is going to be born. Now I'm going to ask you which date do you think she's going to be born. So she's supposed to be a May baby. Her due date, so the 40 weeks, is the 24th of May. If you thought she was going to be late or early, let me know which day do you think she's going to be born. Is it still going to be May? Do you think she's going to be so late that she's going to end up being a June baby? I'm curious. Leave your bets down below. I wouldn't mind a June baby. A June birthday just sounds nice. I wouldn't mind having her birthday in June. But honestly, I don't think she's going to last that long because that's quite a few days after the due date. And I've been told by doctors that they don't think she's going to make it all the way to the due date because second babies usually don't. Let me know what's your experience with that. If you had more than one baby, was your second baby earlier even than the first baby or just earlier in general compared to the due date? And yeah, I can't believe this is happening. It's going to be happening very, very soon. 35 weeks, that's 5 weeks before the due date. So a little bit over a month. I'm packing the hospital bag. I'm getting ready to go in case everything happens. And I'm happy with the selection of items I did here. Like I mentioned, this is less things than I took with TJ because now I have a more accurate idea of what I needed with TJ. But I'm excited. I mean, I'm not excited to go into labor. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone is excited about that. But I'm excited about meeting her after all these months. A second pregnancy. I don't know if you had the same experience, but for me, it went by so fast. I feel like it was yesterday that I was finding out I was pregnant. And with TJ, I feel like I was pregnant the entire year. It felt so long. The months were dragging and dragging, and this time around it was yesterday and I'm already kind of missing it. I like being pregnant, and even though this second pregnancy has come with more challenges for me, more discomfort, more pain, more ER visits, I enjoy being pregnant and I miss it, and I'm gonna be sad to see her gone and have to share her with the world because at the moment, she's just mine. I remember having this exact same feeling when I was pregnant with TJ, which is when you're pregnant, the baby's just yours. It's literally your baby. It's inside your body. You're the only one who feels them. You're the only one who can communicate with them, per se. But then the second they're born, they belong to the world. And other people get to see them. And other people get to feel them and interact with them. And in a very selfish way, that makes me a little bit sad because I like having my baby be my baby. So even though they never stop being your baby, it's different, isn't it? If you've ever been pregnant, you might relate to this. Or not. I know some people do not enjoy being pregnant. So let me know your thoughts down there. How do you feel about all of this, the pregnancy? Where did you stand with your pregnancies, with your babies? Share your thoughts and opinions with me. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I've stacked everything vertically. And I don't know if you could see on the timeline, but I moved some of the tags further up just so it's easier to see. I didn't move this one, but it's pretty obvious that it's muslins. But then all the labels are up here. So we have this side for baby. I didn't put the blanket or anything in the bag because straightforward. Nappies are over there, and in here they are my my things. My toiletries are here, baby's toiletries are here. There was a little hole there, so I shoved the fan, but there's still space here. I still need to add my coming home clothes as well, but I'm gonna do the last minute. And here I have my flip-flop. I might or might not end up wearing them all the way to the hospital, but then in here I have the pack of wipes, just so it's easily accessible, dirty clothes bags and the plastic bags, and my maternity notes are right at the end. And then I have the bags of things that I still need to get, the list of things to add last minute, and then my pillow is just gonna go on top, and then we just shove everything in and it should close. It's 6 p.m. I feel like every day I give you the first update later and later. Oh my god, we had such a rough night last night. DJ wouldn't sleep until 3:30 in the morning. Like, he went to bed at his normal time and he slept for maybe an hour or two, and then he woke up at like 11:30 and he wouldn't go back to sleep until 3:30 in the morning. And I was the one dealing with that because Josh had work in the morning today, so he had to get some sleep. And it was rough. He head beat me. Here's my lip. Honestly, at some point I just wanted to cry. So this morning we did nothing. We just stayed home and he played. And when he went for his nap after lunch, I went for a nap after lunch as well because I was really needing it. The weather is finally nice. My plan was to do a bunch of things, including I was going to go to IKEA. But then my mom told me that on Wednesdays meatballs are cheaper apparently, so I'm gonna go tomorrow instead because I'm in no rush and I only need like 2 things. It was literally just something to do, right? So then I thought I could come to the mall and get his haircut today, but I was intending on doing this in the morning part, not at 6 p.m, which is the time I usually start to cook dinner. So, you know, today is upside down, but it is what it is. He's there in his car seat, probably hearing me talking and being like, what the hell, woman? So let's go in. I don't know if they're gonna have any availability for this time. I wanted to come during the day because it's a work day, so they were not gonna be busy because everyone's at work. But now it's 6 p.m, so everyone's off work. So let's see what happens. And I'm gonna have a stroll around the mall. I don't know, depends what they tell me about the haircut. Usually he gets super fussy with haircuts as well. The last 3 times he's hated it. Wish me luck. You'll probably think that I'm insane, but I probably am, because after a really rough night I should be doing nothing but going to bed early to make sure I get some sleep in case the same thing happens again. But here I am challenging the universe thinking the same thing's not gonna happen twice in a row. Why would it? So it's almost 11 p.m. I look marvelous now. My son is asleep. He's been asleep not that long. His bedtime is 9, but he only fell asleep closer to 10. Anyway, and I was gonna go to bed, but then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna just clean my bathroom because it's been on my to-do list for ages. It's something that I'm supposed to do every Saturday, and it's been like 2 or 3 Saturdays since I've done it because, you know, I'm big, I'm uncomfortable, I don't feel like cleaning bathrooms. I hate cleaning bathrooms. So I'm just gonna do it just quickly. I'm not gonna do deep clean or anything. I'm gonna give myself like 5-10 minutes and then I'm gonna hop in the shower. I'm gonna clean the shower while I'm in the shower so it's even easier, and then I'm just gonna get in bed, and hopefully this whole time he's just gonna stay asleep. There's his little monitor over there, so let's see if I'm able to do this and still get some sleep before he wakes up. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do, I don't know if you can see the glass and how water stained it is. I'll bring you closer because why not? Does it justice? Like it's focusing on the background. I'm gonna heat it with these 2. This is just the regular bathroom cleaner. This is window spray, and I'm just gonna spray it and let it stay here while I clean the rest. And then when I'm getting in the bath, I'll wipe it down. Like I'll scrub it and then I'll wipe it. I'll wipe it, like I'll scrub it and then I'll rinse it. And on the note of letting things marinate, this bag here, by the way, is rubbish because I emptied that bin like yesterday or the day before. It was so full, thinking I was gonna clean the bathroom, but then it never did. Now in here we clean top to bottom like our mamas taught us. I need to get a Swiffer so I can reach the top, because I cannot reach the top of this mirror. So every time I clean it, I only clean the bottom half. And that's fine, but, you know, at some point I should clean the top half of it as well. So I'm thinking if I own number Swiffers, I could put a disposable glass cleaner wipe on it and just use that to clean the mirror. Great idea, right? Also, the windows in this house are so tall that would work for more things. The general bathroom cleaner. Honestly, the products that I use, they're very basic. Scrub Mummy. What do you want?
Scrub Mummy.
Stop being
Scrub Daddy. Scrub. Here, the Scrub Daddy.
This is the Scrub Mummy.
The Scrub Mommy. We are married to the Scrub Daddy, and when they're very healthy and very in love, they make a Scrub Baby.
I don't think that's Scrub Baby. I don't think that's a Scrub Baby. But it should be like a tiny sponge that is Scrub Baby. And voila. That's it for my bathroom cleaning. Usually I do it more thoroughly, but this is good enough, you know. At 8 months pregnant, at least it's clean. I'm gonna hop in the shower, scrub this screen like I told you, and then rinse it, and take the rubbish out, and I'm done. And that's 1 of 3 bathrooms done, so I feel much better about it. And the other ones are much easier because the other ones, well, one of them has a shower, but I don't know if it needs cleaning or not. Alright, well, problems for another day. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. We are at the mall. It's 10:30 a.m. We're gonna go for TJ's haircut. Like yesterday, I'm hoping he doesn't scream his head off, but it's gonna be a challenge. Let's see how it goes. And then after this, I was thinking going to IKEA. Did I mention this? But like, I don't know if it's worth it. I need like 2 things. So I don't know if I should go to some other shops. In this is a really small mall, so it doesn't have the things that I need. Like, it doesn't have home stuff, and I need things for the house. Well, 2 things. What's even the second thing? I know I need, well, it doesn't matter. So I don't know if I should go there, if I should go home afterwards to give him lunch, put him to sleep, if I should go to my parents. A world of possibilities. But let's get going, and I'll speak to you a bit later. Good morning, everyone. We're out and about, and it's not 5 p.m. for a change. I'm here with the boy. We are walking to a shop to try and get some like beach toys, like a bucket, shovel, things to make shapes with the sands. I don't know. Hopefully they'll have stuff. It's one of those shops that sell everything, because the weather is going to be really nice this weekend. And last time we've been to the beach, it was nice weather, but it was not like beach weather. But we are horrible parents, and we didn't have any toys for TJ. And we still had fun running around, but we felt bad that we didn't bring anything for him to play with, because he kept trying to go to the other kids' toys. I'm out of breath. Pushing the stroller, walking, talking, and holding the camera. It's a lot. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and get some, and then hopefully this weekend we'll be able to go to the beach, or maybe even later today when the sun is not as strong. We'll see. Okay, there's quite a bit of things. I was looking at this. Those over there. It's this. It has a bunch of pieces inside, like shovels and things. But then the outer layer there is like a shelf. A shell. I don't think it does anything. So maybe we'll pass on that. There's also this like mini handheld ones. I think I'm gonna get one of these buckets. So there's this one. They have quite a few accessories in there. Or these smaller ones. Decisions. Maybe one of the big ones. Very exciting stuff. I got 2 parcels. I don't know why I said it's very exciting stuff, because it's not that exciting. But I've never received a pack of leggings packed like this. But these are some maternity leggings. They're from Amazon. These ones look high quality. Like, I'm stretching my hands through it. If I put it in front of the light, you can see a little bit. In general, you don't really see my hand through it. I'm gonna try them right now. Like, they're very soft, but the seams are very thick. I'm gonna keep them on so I can go check them in the mirror. The other thing that I received is a stain remover that I keep seeing everywhere online. Reels, TikTok. Miss Mouth Messy Eater Stain Treater. And like, online, people swear by this. They're like, they even show you they put it on the stains on clothes, and the stain literally melts in front of your eyes. I've seen multiple people doing this, and they don't seem to be sponsored by this. So I want to believe that it's true, because I do have a hard time getting rid of stains from TJ's clothes. The thing is super expensive. It's really hot outside. It's 28 degrees today. And did I show you what I bought when I went to the shops? Besides the bucket, I also bought an inflatable pool. Because yes, obviously we have an actual pool, but that pool is not ready. And this weekend the weather was really nice, so I bought a little inflatable pool, which is probably crap. But I thought it would be nice to just have it outside so you can splash a bit in the pool. I look great with the dress and leggings. So let's evaluate. So first of all, they have pockets. No, and this is difficult with just one hand. So they have pockets on both sides, a 1 and a 2. But this is what I meant. Ignore the dirty mirror. Like the seams that it has, they're super thick. Like the leggings itself, they're butter soft. They're really, really comfortable. They're really, really comfortable. And here's the bum. You need to like squat and check how the quality is. They're very comfortable on the bump as well. Like the band is secure, not that it's gonna fall, but not too tight, which is great. But like when you're walking, I can feel the seams on my legs, which is not ideal. I decided I'm gonna keep them. They're not that see-through at the bum. They don't think so. Obviously you can see where your panties are, but you know, use seamless panties if you like that. I hate it. However, I just had this crazy thought. I always put all the new clothes that I get from myself or anyone in the wash before using them, but I just had this crazy thought, which is Josh and I are going to see a fireworks show tonight, and it happens at midnight, obviously outdoors. But today is really hot, so I don't want to change outfits now when we go out for dinner with TJ. Because then I'll get hot, because it's still too hot. But at midnight, it's not going to be weather to wear a dress. So here's my crazy thought. I'm going to keep this dress on, and I'm going to take the leggings in my bag or the car or something, and then I'm just going to put the leggings on and a jumper. And so when we go for the show, I'm just going to look like this. And you know, it's not a fashion contest. I am very pregnant, so you know, from the distance, maybe it just looks like I'm wearing tights. Probably doesn't. But I'm just gonna roll with it, and this is what I'm gonna look like for the firework contest. And why is there such a big stain here outside of TJ's? Which, can you see? Like, where did that come from? TJ cannot reach that. Anyway, so that is what's happening. I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna wear them tonight for the fireworks. Perhaps we should take measurements with us. Good morning, it's Friday, and today we're having a bit of a slow start. It's already noon. TJ isn't here, because otherwise how could it be noon? Last night things didn't go according to our plans. I told you we were going to go to the fireworks show, we ended up not going. We had family situation happening, so we were dealing with that the whole evening, and then we just came home. We're making pancakes for breakfast today, because you know I've been wanting pancakes for a bit. And I finally bought the ingredients I needed last time I went to the supermarket. For some reason, they're not turning out perfect. Like, my pancakes are always perfect, but like, look at this. So this was the end of another week, 35 weeks, come and gone, and I didn't go into labor. I started the week pregnant, and I finished the week pregnant. This morning we were having pancakes. I have no idea why the universe decided to hate me, but the pancakes were getting kind of stuck to the board, and I've always used this board. This came with us from the UK. I've been using it for many, many years. I always use it for pancakes. I never grease it. Before you leave me a comment saying I should grease it, I never do. And I use the same recipe for pancake batter that I always do. My only theory is that somehow the ingredients in here are different from the ones in the UK, which, to be honest, is true, because I've noticed this with several recipes. I used to notice it over there, that if I was using Portuguese recipes, they would often not turn out as good. But then here, if I've noticed as well that when I use English recipes, they also often don't turn out as good. So I think that somehow basic ingredients like rice, pasta, whatever it is, basic ingredients are different in their composition, which makes perfect sense, but I would have never thought that it would affect the end result, but it does. So that's my only theory why the pancakes weren't pancaking as nicely. But regardless of how they weren't perfectly circled, perfect straight circles or anything, they tasted delicious, and I was very happy that I finally got to eat pancakes for breakfast. What's your favorite topping of pancakes? Thanks so much for watching, and if you made it all the way here, leave me a pancake emoji in the comments so I know that you did, and come back next week for the 36th week. Will that be the week that I go into labor? I'll see you then. Bye.